Amen. I got to share briefly. I just took a trip with an organization called Food for the Hungry. I went to Haiti with them a couple of weeks ago, and it rocked my world. I have a little boy. His name's Montgomery. He's 15 months old, and he has. Oh man, I knew he was spoiled, but I never knew how much he was spoiled until I saw I met a couple of children in Haiti. When I got to Haiti, you know, all the devastation, the earthquake and everything, to be honest, my first thoughts as we landed and got into our little car and started driving around, and around the first corner, as far as you could see, were just tents, people living out on the ground. And every corner we would turn would be the same thing, and just rubble everywhere. And my first thoughts, and this is just me being transparent and being real, was this is hopeless. There's nothing we can do. This is too much. I mean, I've never seen devastation like this. I've never known anything like that, and it was overwhelming, man. I mean, I just could not wrap my mind around it. You know, I didn't know. Okay, where do you start? How do you begin? How do you begin? I mean, I can't imagine my wife and I and my little boy having to live, you know, in a tent, and not a nice place. I mean, it's just terrible. There's no place for them. There's no place for them to go to work. I mean, their offices, their workplaces are gone. Their schools are gone. The hospitals are gone. I mean, think about that. Just the people who are having babies. You know, there's no place. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. And here, you know, if that hit Cincinnati, if an earthquake like that hit Cincinnati, you would go to. I mean, I have family in North Carolina. We would go somewhere else, and there would be something there. And in Haiti, there's nowhere for them to go. There's ocean on one side and the Dominican Republic on the other side, and they can't all go into the Dominican Republic. I mean, there's no place to go. They're just stuck in this situation, and it was overwhelming. But my prayer was there. I'm going, God, you know, I'm here. Give me a vision to help Haiti. You know, I want to do something. I have an audience. I want to be able to encourage people and, you know, give us an opportunity to do something. That was just kept being my prayer. God, give me something that I can wrap my mind around, because this is too overwhelming. And the second day we were there, we went to this village up on top of this mountain, this community, where Food for the Hungry was helping some people there who had lost everything. The pastor, their church was gone. The pastor and his wife were living in a little tent. When I say tent, I mean sticks and bed sheets. I mean, not, outdoorsmen kind of stuff. It just terrible. And they were digging a latrine because they had nowhere to go. I mean, it was unbelievable. So they asked us if we wanted to go get some water, if we wanted to help them go get some water. So I said, sure, yeah. You know, we grabbed our buckets and we started down this path, down this mountain. And it was a beautiful day. You know, way up on top of the mountain, we were singing songs. We were singing a Boys to Men song because we couldn't talk. Like, none of us could talk to each other, but they knew Boys to Men. So we were singing this song together, and we're walking down this hill. And we get down to this spot, where they get their water. And I was just dumbfounded. I mean, I stood there and watched. You know, we walked for 30 minutes down this hill. And I stood, there's a spigot that's coming out of the side of this concrete wall. And about 20 to 30 people were fighting over water. They had buckets. Like, imagine this is that spigot. And they're just pushing one another, trying to get some life. That's their only source of life. And 600 families share that one spigot of water that they all have to walk to. And I'm sorry, Pastor, I wasn't supposed to talk about any of this, but this is just fresh on my mind. I just got back, and this is the second time I've ever told this story. So forgive me for my nerve is still fresh, you know. And so I'm standing there, and I'm watching this as these people fight over, and buckets of water and I'm going, man, can you imagine the panic of, am I going to get life today? Am I going to get water today? This is my only chance. And for my family, you know, to live. And I noticed this little boy that I had passed, probably 5 years old. I had passed him on the way down to this water source. And now he's just sitting off to the side. And I sat there for 20, 30 minutes, and I watched as this 5-year-old little boy, tiny little boy, just sat there. And I thought, he can't compete. He can't get water because he can't compete with the adults there. And we were getting a tour. You know, one of the leaders of the place was showing us around, showing us where the water source was and all this kind of stuff. So we walked around for a bit. We came back. I knew an hour had passed, and that little boy is still sitting there. And a different group of adults are fighting over the water. So it's been, 30 minutes to walk down there. It's been an hour. It's been an hour and a half that this kid has got invested in this thing so far, I thought. So I go down and I get his jug and I get him some water. I fill up his little